Hi, and welcome to Web Piano Academy. Today, in this live stream, we will talk to Maria from Spain. She's a pianist, and she thinks that we can change the world through music. So, talk to us a little bit about yourself. You know, how you came up with this idea that music can change the world. Because that's kind of not that everybody thinks about that, right? But I agree with you that as musicians, we can do a lot to change the world and make the world a better place for everybody. And this through something beautiful as music. So how did you start thinking about music in your life?
Thank you first for inviting me to your channel.
You're very welcome.
I'm Maria, pianist from Spain. I'm living in the city of Murcia. This is in the southern of Spain, and we have the sea is not so far away from my city. And I start with music not so in early age, little bit later. When I was 11, 12, and not like the most pianists, I would say, in early age.
Right.
So I was conscientious with what I wanted to do with music because it was my own decisions to try to play the piano and to learn music, to learn to read music.
How did you come up with this idea? I want to be a pianist at the age of 12. So, I mean, usually, your parents would bring you to music lessons when you are very young, and then at one point you don't have a choice but to become a pianist, right? Usually that's the normal path, right? A child will go to piano lessons when they are 3, 4, 5, and then from there, then you don't really kind of decide really to become a pianist. You just become a pianist. But you decided. How did it happen?
My first contact with music and piano music and classical music was during my communion. You know, in Spain, when you are a Christian and you get with this white dress in the church, it's a celebration, and during the eating. When we was eating with my parents, and then we were listening Tchaikovsky piano concerto.
That's a beautiful one. Yes.
Yes, I didn't know the name of this piece or the existence of Tchaikovsky, but it was my first contact. I was so surprisingly. I wanted to know more about this music. This was the first contact with Tchaikovsky piano concerto. And later I began to read music, really only read. And my piano I began even more later.
Yeah.
Yes. Because my parents, they are not musicians and they didn't have piano at home. But I have friends who plays guitar and other instrument, and they told me, well, Maria, if you like this, what I do with my instrument, then you can try also another instrument. Then I went with them to the music school and I learned to read music. And then I decided, okay, this piano would be okay with me because this first contact with Tchaikovsky, then I remember this music in my brain. Yes, it is not... I think so normal way to contact with classical music, but I think
it is also very interesting that you were so fascinated by Tchaikovsky concerto, which is beautiful, but it is unusual for a kid to be fascinated with that, right?
Yes, it repeats the melody many times also in the first movement,
Yes.
And this is also remarkable for a child. But yes, it's relative complex music for children. I know, because I teach.
Yes, 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 yes.
And
So,
then I
this
can
is
see what a child can understand at this
yeah,
age. Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And now how do you, so how were your studies then? So you started when you were 12, and then how did you go on?
Oh, okay. The history behind my piano playing is a little bit sad. It's not so. Yes, it's a really very sad because my parents could not buy a piano. That I have this piano behind me is a little bit miracle in my life. I worked during my when I was 14. I worked because I wanted to buy a piano, and then I went in the summer season. I made some works here, and I wanted to earn money more and more to get my piano. But then later, unfortunately, my father was died.
Oh my, yeah.
Yes, and then my mother bought me this piano after my father was dying. So my father never seen my development as a pianist. It is sad. I know, but this is my real biography as a
Right.
musician. And when I could not get my piano, what I did to try to play piano, I I did a piano on paper.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, yes, I put many paper together.
yeah.
And then, yes, I tried to make this picture of the keys, black keys, black keys. And then I remember I listened a lot of ballades of Chopin, of impromptus of Chopin. And during a summer, I took my paper piano with me to the holidays with my mom, and, and I tried to practice on this paper.
Yeah. I think now they sell something like that, right? They sell those kind of long pianos where you can, just like that kind of. But I remember for the first year, I didn't have a piano either. So because it is not usually pianos are expensive, and my mom didn't know if I really kind of was going to continue to play the piano. So, but I was practicing on a cardboard with, where the keys were sort of
Yes.
there, and then I moved my fingers on this cardboard as a sort of exercise for one entire year. I did that, and kids today don't really know how fortunate they are if they actually have an instrument at home. Some of them, they have a grand piano and they don't use it, and it's such a shame, right? Yeah.
Yes, I do not have a grand piano even now. I go always to the academy and then I can practice.
Yeah.
But the most important that you can play, of course, is when you have a piano but you never play, and you think a piano is just like a chair in your home. But it's
Right.
not.
Yes.
It's not a chair. It is a key, as you told us in the beginning, that can change the world and can connect the people. Like now, we are
Yeah.
connected through piano music together, and this is
Yes. Yes.
also a miracle.
Yeah. So you went to the conservatory in your
Yes,
hometown? Yes.
yes. Okay. I did really quick this entry exam to the conservatory. I prepared in 1 year for the pro. It means in Spain. I don't know in Italy or in other countries for people who are watching now.
Yeah.
But we have in Spain conservatories for the classical music education. And
Hmm.
at the university, we do not have a department of piano players, of
Right.
other instruments. We do not have this. I know in the USA or in Germany, it is normal, but not in Spain. We have conservatories for people who want to make career as pianists, or I don't know,
Yeah.
violin, etc. So I entry 1 year. I prepare with a teacher here. It's a very good teacher. I play for my entry exam. Claire de Lune by Debussy. One impromptu by Schubert. Number 1, Opus 90. I played this. And one prelude of and Fugue by Bach.
But
So and then I began my studies in Murcia for the first time. Yeah.
When I was preparing for my conservatory entry in Italy, I remember I was practicing up to 6 hours a day, and I was like, I think I was 10 at that point. So I was practicing really hard because it's very difficult to enter the conservatory. So and I wasn't sure if I was prepared enough, so I was practicing a lot. What about you? How was your practicing? Because it was a difficult problem for you.
Not really. I do not remember that I should practice 6 hours before this. No. But I remember that I began even to record myself because I love this at this point even. And it is a kind of self-love, that I wanted to listen to my own recordings. Why not? To know who is my Schubert now, my Schubert impromptu, because I listened a lot of Elisabeth Leonskaja, and I met her one time in my life. I can tell you later in Berlin also. And she speaks very well German too. So I study maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. I study more when I was in the conservatory, because then I began with Chopin etudes and some Scriabin also, but later, Scriabin a little bit later. And then Schumann, Papillon, I don't know. Then I practice among this. And I was a little bit angry when I was in the conservatory, because when you are there, you have many subjects, music history and contrapoint, harmony, and summer music. These all are okay and they are important, but then you have a amount of other subjects and you can never practice really. I remember in the conservatory I was waiting for Christmas or for some holidays to really come to my piano and then play a lot I wanted.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember doing the same. Basically, I prepared all my pieces during the summer or summer holidays or Christmas vacations. For Christmas, I was just practicing the entire time. It was like, oh, awesome! I don't have school now. I can practice a lot, right?
Yes, it is not a reality really, because okay, you want to become a pianist and you be formed, but then you go there. And you can't really develop yourself like and there are many problems in Spain. I think this music education is not at the level that for people who want to really to make career, because it is a connection between these conservatories and music halls, so that students can go out and experience performing outside the conservatory. It is even inside the conservatory difficult.
Yes.
I don't know in Italy.
Well, at this point, I don't know either, because I'm out of Italy since many years.
Yes, when you go to the conservatory, I think the main subject is performing. And it is not all around performing, but it is really the most important. Which pieces can you get under your fingers at the end of 1 year, maybe 3 or maybe 4, but really perfect, so that you can have something in your bag for audience and to be happy as a musician. This is the main goal of music education for instrumentalists, I think.
Right. So you finished the conservatory in Spain, and then you went to Germany, right? And you studied there. Tell us a little bit about your studies in Germany.
Yes, of course. So I told you I entered in 1 year. I prepared this piano entry exams to the conservatory, and before I did mainly theory, and some piano classes here at my town, preparatory courses and master classes for children. But I was really also angry before I entered to the conservatory, because I wanted to make career as pianist. I know really I wanted to become a pianist, and all other things I must study before I wanted to forget. And I told even to my teachers at the high school, because the teacher of my high school, I was really a good student there. I have higher scores always, also in math. And then my math teacher asked me on the street, so in a few months you can enter to the university, and then you will make this access exam in case you want to make career at university. And then I told him, no, my God, now I want to end with all these subjects, and I want only to play the piano. And he told me, no, Maria, don't think so, because you must be good on your exam like now. So I finished in Spain. Then I went to Germany. Okay, Germany is I know someone here, a teacher who was giving master classes in my city, a German teacher, and I was really surprised of this amount of things he told to the students during the master classes. And then I told to myself, oh my God, we are living now here on the Middle Age. I must go abroad to this teacher or to other teacher, because there were so many interpretation points, points of view on his words. It was really attractive to me. I wanted to develop and to learn more and more. And I know here was really difficult with the teacher. So I went then to Germany, and this is another chapter of my life. Yes.
Where did you go in Germany?
I went to Germany. Also, I did this conservatory 4 years in Spain.
Yeah.
Then I went there in my 20s. No? In my when I began my 20s, I went there. So I did there. I prepare my German to develop this language, because in Germany you cannot.
You cannot apply if you don't know German.
In Germany, this is really hard. For foreign students, they must really be good in German language.
Yes.
So, okay, no problem for me. I thought, okay. So I began with this language from 0 to 200. Now I'm German teacher even. in my country.
Yes.
So I prepare in some months this German level for university, and I did the exam and passed the exam, no problem for this. I went to the university there, not to, in Germany, again, this education music system is different. It's more like in the USA, I think, because you have there in the university department of piano and department of musicology also. And so I entered to the university, and I'm former teacher, but in Germany, not in Spain. This is also because sometimes I feel more German than Spanish.
It happens when you speak so many languages. Then yes.
Yes, and because I have, all my classes were in German. My piano class was in German, and my I don't know every subject, psychology and sociology. I don't know many things you must study. That you don't really need, but in the university, it's very important to make amount of stuff. So I did all this. It was really nice. Of course, what I enjoyed there a lot was they have many rooms in their faculty with many pianos.
Yes.
I was the whole day there. I just wanted to play my piano. And even when I have an exam of other subject, I don't know, I must read many books, or I must wrote 100 pages on my computer for something, for my master, for example. I wrote 200 pages. No? Then I did this in the piano room, and when I talk, I rest. Then I read now my Granados, or I read my Scriabin, so I can play some Chopin. Yes, and then it was more. So this is one point why music can change people, because for me it's continuing in my life. I wait to get more happier. I think music can make people happier. And not just watching musicians, but more watching passion and flying with through these tones. And the musical phrases are like telling histories in books.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
And you want to listen more and more like a book, and then when you finish a book, and this is really a nice book, and you don't want that finished like a film, and then you put this song again and again and again. It is the same. It is the same happiness.
Yes, and then you can still create a new story out of that. Right, so you can still imagine other things and add more details, because then you can know the music better, and then you kind of think to more things, right? To add to that
of
story.
Course, I put music, and not piano music. When I was study theory, or this another subjects, not performing subjects. I put music on my background of my computer, but mostly hard rock even, or heavy metal, or I don't know. It is kind when I was studying during the whole night, then I cannot listen to Chopin nocturnes. I want to listen now, Deep Purple or Metallica. Then say. Then I can wake up and continue to study. Or Prokofiev concerto, piano concerto. I want to take to the audience. For me, I know this is subjective, but they are really like a good coffee.
Yes, I agree. So what now you've studied in Germany, you went back to Spain, where you are right now. You're teaching there too, and you're performing. So I've read in your bio that you have this passion for Scriabin's music. How did you meet Scriabin?
Scriabin is not a composer of my whole life, because I told you I began.
With Tchaikovsky, yes.
Late beginner, yes. It is more Tchaikovsky, and Tchaikovsky is Russian also. It's a Russian composer. So I have this maybe special attraction to Russian composer, because the music there, I think the common point between Tchaikovsky and Scriabin or Rachmaninoff, is intensity.
Yes.
It is intensity, this music. It's full of musical colors. And this point with colors is more developed by Scriabin than other Russian composers. But I mean, many notes for people who don't play the piano and they are watching now. I mean, with these, many notes at the same time. Many notes are singing the same melody, and it is really full, and both hands are really busy. And it is intensity and really climax and higher point in music. Like in life, we can listen to this amount in these composers. For me, this is, I need this intensity because I try to live every day a little with intensity. It's what we have every day.
Yes.
Contrary with, I think we must try every day to be a little happier. I know it's difficult every day.
Yes. Yes.
It's really difficult. I know.
Yeah.
So yes, this is Scriabin. I began with Scriabin later during the Conservatory. My first contact, because we went to these students' concerts, from other piano teachers in the Conservatory. Then I listened for the first time his famous Pathétique Etude,
Yeah.
Famous Pathétique Etude. It's very famous. I have a recording in my Instagram. So this for the first time, you look at someone really beautiful for the first time. It is the same kind of beauty in music. Then you fell in love, and I fell in love with this piece. Then I researched and look after pieces. I was looking for a piece of Scriabin, and then I thought, okay, I never asked it to my teacher, but by myself, I thought, what piece can I take to begin with Scriabin? I don't know really Scriabin music. I have just listened to Pathétique, and this is so great music, and so with a lot of character and intensity and power, because Scriabin is power.
Right.
And then I thought, okay, why not to listen all his music? Then I began to listen. Yes, I began to listen Ashkenazi, and then I listened all completely sonatas by Scriabin by Ashkenazi many times. Second sonata, I love it. Was my favorite at this time. Then I fell in love with number 5, number 10, also by Horowitz, because Horowitz has performed amount of Scriabin. Even he met his daughter at his home in Moscow. I know there are videos you can watch on YouTube. So it is, I think, one of the best Scriabin performers, and famous pianist, of course. So I listened this, and then I decided, okay, then why not I can try this his first sonata. Then I read the complete sonata, first movement, and then really, I tell you, it was the first time for me as pianist that I really studied piano. Oh my God, now I must really sit and look really, because you have amount of accidentals, amount of
right,
and it is it's begin with a fire, because they are this first movement of this sonata is named Allegro con fuoco. And this is Scriabin, which means Allegro with fire.
With fire, yes.
Yes, so it's the beginning of this sonata. It begins really brilliant, and fire and character and power. This is the opening of first sonatas of Scriabin. I thought maybe it's the first one, like Beethoven sonata. Okay, the first sonatas of Beethoven are easier than the late one. We know this as pianist. Or first Clementi sonata, first Haydn sonata. I tried to choose my first Scriabin scores after my experience with other sonatas, but no, I mean, it was not wrong. It was not wrong, my decision, because I really love this sonata. Yes, and I'm performing this year with sonata number 5 also. But then, oh my God, then I read all Scriabin sonatas are top level for performers. This is the most difficult pieces for piano players, and he he doesn't have really easy pieces. There are maybe I can tell you because I know many pieces from Scriabin, maybe all pieces, I think so. I have listened to all his music. There are 3 or 2 preludes for beginners and for middle beginners, because I teach and beginners cannot read really fluidly accidentals.
Yes.
Scriabin loves accidentals. He writes many sharps, many flats, and it's not comfortable to play. At least you can read Hungarian Rhapsody by Liszt from the Fred's view. You can read slow, but you can. Or you can read Chopin Polonaise.
Yeah.
You cannot read Scriabin small preludes from half of page.
Yes.
Without making a lot of mistakes.
Yes.
This is one point I think why people don't try really with Scriabin in conservatories, because entry or access to his music, it is hard.
Yes, I agree. Yes,
hard. But there are some pieces with what people can try. Of course, I can't tell this. For example, I have this under the computer. So when I take this, you are lower. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. Sorry. But he has, for example, this prelude. But prelude number 4, for example, for people who are watching now, and they want to know what can I try by Scriabin. Okay.
Yeah, the prelude number 4 is something my students do too. It's a kind of it's more accessible. It's slow. Yeah.
It's a slow, of course, but number 4, but of his Opus 16, not Opus 11. 11 is famous set of preludes because they are so quite romantic. But Opus 16 is really nice. Also, this set of preludes. And number 4 begins only with right hand.
Yes.
And then they are together with chords, and they are playing both the same chords. So this is easy to remember for beginners, I think.
Yes.
But it is only hard because we have 6 flats.
Yep.
So we must remember, mostly we must play on black keys. It is what I tell to my students. Remember, we have a lot of flats, then your fingers must go mostly to the black keys.
Yes.
to the black keys. No, the black keys. So I mean this prelude is famous, huh? Famous prelude. I can try with the computer so you can see. Number 4.
Yes.
I don't know if that's. Here. It's difficult to read, huh?
Yes.
Then again, all hands together, all fingers together by left hand also, no? So again. One hand, huh? It's just really difficult to read only this kind of you must read carefully, and then then you can really practice every bar and so on. But this can be a piece I think for begin with Scriabin, and no Scriabin sonata, of course. or even Scriabin impromptu, or I don't know, Scriabin nocturne for the left hand. Some people try to play this like the first course also, no? We have the same thing. It is so just with one hand, okay, and middle piano players can read this, okay. But we must try always to make beautiful sound. Basically, I mean, it's sound is very important because it's like ethereal music. It's music by Scriabin is flying because he's one of the only composers who wrote in his scores flying, volando. This five sonata. He wrote prestissimo volando. So volando, flying.
Flying, yes.
More than quick playing. I think he means more this giving this emotion and imagination of flying through music.
Yes.
And this is his music. It's on the air.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So I hope you, anyway, some of you want to try to his music because it's really nice.
Yeah. So, Maria, I thank you so much for being with us today. But would you like to play something for us?
Yes, I can. I can play this etude by him. This small piece. Well, maybe I must storm my debates by myself.
As a pianist myself, I really enjoy the videos that you have on Instagram all the time. Like,
yes,
and it is, it is really rare for pianists to enjoy other pianists because you say, okay, they're playing the same thing over and over again, whatever. But I really enjoy your videos. They're really beautiful, and I like the passion.
Yes, I don't know. Yes, it is okay. You know,
that's
maybe this small piece by him is his famous etude. This is one of his first seriously piano compositions. Yes. His first etude. This is Opus 2 number 1, and do sostenido menor. This is C flat minor. C flat minor. So enjoy. So again, I will turn the page by myself because I don't.
Okay, thank you. I cannot help you with that. I'm sorry.
Yes.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
it is really emotional piece. I love to perform this.
Yeah.
It is most dark and nostalgic piece by Scriabin. I think this, apart from his funeral march of the first sonata.
Yes. Yeah.
Not so much people know this funeral march of the first sonata.
Yeah.
But this is really dark because Scriabin, through his idea of Prometheus, he
Yes.
read amount of philosophy, and he loved philosophy and Schopenhauer because he could read also in German.
Yeah.
And Nietzsche, he read amount of Nietzsche. So through this Prometheus idea, he wanted to bring also to the earth through music and saying the word with the fire of Prometheus.
So I know Scriabin was a sort of trying to invent his own religion, his own kind of philosophical thoughts through music.
Yes.
And
it is not only music, it is music, but with amount behind. I like this connection of many things with music, like Wagner with Gesamtkunstwerk. Wagner wanted also to to marry all arts together on stage. And this was the idea of Scriabin before he was died in his Mysterium. This is not finished this work Mysterium, but it was his idea to put to try to bring alive many sense of the human being at the same time. Music, we are listening to music, and then we are getting in touch, and then we are with some performs, and then we are looking different colors at the same time, all things at the same time, and then we can get some kind of climax of happiness. This was his point. This is why his music can make happy even in the darkness. We know all darkness, so we can enjoy darkness also.
Yes, because we know that after darkness there is light.
Yes, and this can be dark even if this composer want to bring light to us, illumination to our lives. Even through these pieces is possible.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Maria. So what are your projects next? Now we are going to end the live stream, but I want to know, you to tell us, what are your plans, the future?
Next week, I hope I want to meet a pianist. He's now old, but he's really famous, Dmitry Alexeyev. He has recorded all Scriabin pieces, and I have this all these, and I'm going to make masterclass with him. So I will try with him this fantasy opus 28 by Scriabin. Then this Etude also, and then Etude Pathetique also, and many scores, Sonata 5 also.
Wow.
So, yes. So I'm studying this day, and I'm recording many times this sonata because I want to make a really professional recording of Sonata 5. What is not really easy.
No, it is not.
In one take without editing. Okay? In one take. Yes. Like when you are performing live. Exactly the same. And this sonata is extremely like the most of his music because he's, it's real. And then you have amount of explosions.
Yes.
Big explosions. It's a real moment like this. and then you have so explosions, some kind of explosion, like the end of the sonata, no? When he make like this at the end. The end is a big explosion continuing, and this is for a pianist who performs this. You need a lot of control of your energy and the power.
Yes. Yeah.
Where you can put really the power, so don't get tired until the end of the piece. Yes, and control. And it's the beginning of the sonata is a newborn for the world, like the ending of the sonata. No? And the ending is like the same. Huh?
Yeah.
And he wrote also a poem for this sonata that we are calling the forces under the earth, and they are coming slowly. So they are coming slowly. They are not coming quick.
Right.
And sometimes you are listening this so in agitated way, but it's mean really coming slowly to the higher point. Coming slowly. And not, this is the concept of this music, of this
beautiful
sonata.
Beautiful.
Yes, I love to perform, but in one take, who to put the energy in this. So now this is one of my goals, the recording of this sonata and Fed sonata, and performing in master classes and concert, and this summer, Chopin and Scriabin. And I will record also a CD this month of August. We will meet, and then we are recording some of the pieces of my repertoire. I will. It is completely new, and I don't know how many fans they are watching to us, but it is completely new. I'm recording a CD, and it is for me a dream. More than to play with orchestra. I know for many pianists, it's the higher point of the career when they perform with orchestra.
Yes.
But for me, it's really recording, as I told you at the beginning, because I enjoy a lot recording to myself. And it's very important. And Glenn Gould told this, that it's not pessimistic, but with the coronavirus, we have now more and more this experience. Concert halls were closed.
Yes.
And the only way to get audience and to be listened by people and to be connected through music and people was recording yourself or putting this on social media.
Yes. Yeah. It's true.
So Glenn Gould was ahead to us, because this we have life like this during the pandemic, and now it is normal.
Yes, but do you know the fact that many musicians thought about the Gesamtkunstwerk in the past was also the realization they were conscious that we cannot divide the arts into different. This is art. This is music, and this is theater, and this is poetry. So all the arts together, they create that kind of beautiful experience, which then you will carry on. And then I think recordings will give that to you, because you have different medias, working together to make a recording happening. And then in social media, you share things while people are kind of doing other things. They're enjoying themselves. And music should bring joy to the world, not, sadness. I don't know, if you sit in a concert for too long and you hear depressing pieces for too long, then you're not going to have an enjoyable experience. But if you connect these arts together, then your experience would be full and complete. That's my idea, at least.
Yes, of course, I like this idea. This is one of the reasons I like this composer. Of course, I can understand and I respect where other people listen to music with closed eyes and they don't think anything. And I understand also people who need, for example, candles, or they need a dark room for performing this beautiful etude by Scriabin.
Yes.
For example, I imagine a dark room with little candles, and there's this red dress. Yes, because it's a powerful composer. I think red is a powerful color.
Yeah.
So you can try to connect different ideas for your videos and your recording as interpret. This I enjoy really a lot because I like also theater.
Yeah.
And music is part of theater. And when you interpret, you translate music. Then you can put also on ideas to show your translation of this music.
Yes. Yeah.
It can be an unique experience. Of course, it depends of your resource.
Yes.
Where you live in, which piano do you have, or which clothes you have, and if you have support for this environment. Now you can find nice videos on YouTube by artists. I don't know. For example, I enjoy sometimes Lola Sanova. Playing Rhapsody in Blue, or with this dress. I like this really. It is more than only music. It has this visual effect with what loves also Scriabin, putting colors and music together. And he invented this piano of colors. He was also inventor.
Yes.
Yes. He built a piano you can play, and then this piano project colors. And now we can do this more and more. And in his museum, one of my teachers has performed Berslav Lang with this kind of leaks projection at the same time. I have watched this video, and it is nice to see these leaks. It's just about the same like Pink Floyd or some rock, heavy metals bands.
They use it. Yes.
It's the same, but I know with classical, it's not. It depends if you are too much conservative. Maybe you don't welcome this kind of ideas. But be open-minded, then you can enjoy. Why not more kind of effects for classical? Because his music is full of effects. This sonata number 5 is a firework. It is a continuing firework. You have something quiet. It's serial. It's just the sky. This is sky.
Yeah.
But then at the end, you have then. It's firework completely.
Yes, it is.
Many points of this sonata. It's the same in Fantasia, absolutely. And he writes con furia. Furioso. And luminoso. So you can read here luminoso. You can read here in the C5 sonata, first time when he writes here, con luminosità. Luminosità.
Yes.
So we are bringing this licht to the world. And I enjoy this a lot. This when you can put this effect, and I don't know, alone you cannot play Scriabin. I have not seen pianist. When you play this work, you need the energy of your whole body.
Yes.
When I made a masterclass for the first time with this sonata, that was by Daniele Petralia in Italy, in Sicily.
Yeah.
It was in Sicily. and he told me, you know, Maria, when this began, this part of the ending of the sonata here. You must stay on the piano because he needs so much energy that you need your whole body to put your whole body on some points of the score.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is study his music is also as pianist study your body, who to put your energy really to express what he's writing here. What is not easy. So you cannot play something like this. But because you need to come, you need to come to the piano.
Yes.
You need this energy.
Yeah.
You need your arms and your stomach. Is this a visual effect? Because you are
but many think
at a pianist who seems to be crazy. Because
and I think many people might think that's just a show thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
You just really need that energy. When I teach to my students, to do that, I say, well, you really need that because you need your entire body to be on the piano in order to get that sound, to get that energy, and to translate that kind of thought of movement towards something, right? You don't move like that, right? And you cannot play like this at all times because it wouldn't be effective. And then it's kind of, if you put your entire energy into that piano, you have to really move ahead and just put your body into,
Yes, you cannot be like a robot.
Yes, I agree.
It's impossible. I mean, not only for Scriabin, but for Scriabin, Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, Prokofiev, because we have amount of effects. You cannot only with your fingers. This is too little energy in your fingers.
Yes. Maria, thank you so much for being with us today. And, I hope you will enjoy a beautiful, beautiful afternoon in Spain. And
thank you.
I hope to have you again soon and to listen to your playing again. And I'm sure we'll listen to your videos for sure. And then I will get your first CD.
We are now celebrating this 150th anniversary by Scriabin. So for me, it is a really a nice year now. It's really nice. Not only because of performing, but because I was preparing my whole life, many Scriabin pieces, and then they are more important than ever.
Yes.
Yes.
Very, very beautiful, Maria. And good luck with everything and with your studies. And I hope to hear you performing live at one point. Maybe I can come to Spain or you can come here. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.